transactional, sir?
It's when you, it's like
Transaction.
kind of like
Reward or
pro quo,
penalty.
like if you do this, then I'll give you this thing.
Okay, so is it
It's an exchange.
I'm going to do, it's transactional, I'm going to do something because it's the right thing to do or because it fulfills my sense. My sense of fulfillment? Is that transactional leadership?
Quid pro quo.
Which one is that?
Transformation.
Transformational, right?
Mm.
Okay. Alright. So what's an impoverished manager?
The one that doesn't care.
One that doesn't care? What else?
It's the bottom tier of leadership.
Okay. So wood manager exerts minimum effort needed to get required work done. Manager only does what's required to sustain the organization. Style is often indifferent to the work and people with an approach to evade or elude work, as well as any additional interaction with subordinates.
Is it impoverished?
Impoverished manager.
Is this the same as the first test?
No.
It should be cumulative.
Twice as high.
ROTC is my own.
Okay, so it's the first test stapled on to the front of the second test.
No,
It sounds a lot the same so
It's
far.
hard. Cumulative philosophy.
so transactional leader says what?
Inspires their followers to do a task.
Okay. Provides guidance and oversight while overseeing productivity in great detail and managing resources. Okay. Transactional leader. For that one, I don't agree with that answer. I think we can also go with task manager on that as well. Okay. Task manager. Guys writing this stuff down? Should be. I'm giving you the text. If anybody fails it, you're gonna move forward.
Is this what you put in the Because if they know, like,
But then if I told them it was fill in the blank and essay questions, and
they
I
do kind of right
think
here.
it really just threw them an overload. Alright. So what does a transformational leader do? Do they drive an organization through innovation?
They inspire, sort of. They try and like.
They develop individuals to make
What's
the
the
organization
work-
better.
What's the work environment like?
Very people oriented.
Alright. Are people excited to work there?
Not necessarily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes?
It's the, it's in the definition.
Okay, alright. Alright. Now remember the kinds of subordinates? Remember we had the willing and the able, the willing and the unable.
Were those the R's?
Yeah,
Or
you
is that a
remember
different
those?
letter?
Anybody remember those?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Those should be pretty easy for you. Yeah, pretty easy to determine, right?
There'd be a technical difficulty to get to.
Probably not.
I always get the two mixed up in the middle. Which is it unwilling and unable? So like 4 tiers.
There's 4 tiers, yeah.
So it's unwilling, unable, willing, unable.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's willing and able, willing and unable. Then it's unable but willing, and unable and unwilling, or something like that.
Yeah. The second one is able but not willing.
There you go, yeah.
Also your favorite type.
Able but not willing.
What's your favorite type, correct, sir?
I thought that was R3.
R
I'll just give
three
it to, I'll
is
give you all of them.
R
So it's
three is
willing
the
and able,
is the one
willing
that's
and unable.
willing but unable. Is R3, and then R4 is both unables and unwilling,
unable, unwilling.
and then R2 is able but unwilling, and R1 is willing and able.
¿Tienes una chaqueta?
Still
So,
look it up.
¿Tienes una
for
chaqueta?
example, I'm going to read you a
Tienes
scenario.
una
I mean,
chaqueta.
it's not rocket science. Right. So,
You have a jacket?
half doesn't matter.
Some asking.
Okay, so as his lieutenant is observing his platoon, he observes soldiers interacting with one another and knows that cliques are beginning to form within the platoon. As a result, some of the soldiers are being left out of certain parts of the training exercises and are being ignored by key leadership within the platoon. As a result, he has begun to notice a lack of interest in some of the soldiers during the duty day, even when participating in platoon training events. This reduction in soldiers, blank, will ultimately reduce the platoon's blank to effectively be assessed and their cohesion on and off the battlefield. So is it willingness and ability? I mean, it's like capacity, interest, willingness, ability, personnel, ability, adaptability.
Willingness and ability.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I figured.
That was kind of hard.
It's kind of hard.
That's
Huh?
from the other test.
Yeah, it's not hard.
Same
is it?
question as the last test.
There you go.
I don't remember that one.
That is.
All right. So remember the line, the linear line, right? Where we had like high directive, high supportive behavior, low directive, low supportive behavior. So high directive and high supportive behavior. Yes. Is it leading, mentoring, coaching, or delegating?
Coaching.
Was that
Coaching.
coaching? Coaching. All right. How about low directive, low supportive behavior?
Delegating.
Delegating?
Yeah.
Delegating? All right. What is situational theory leadership?
That's when you lead by what you see around you. Like you adapt your leadership to the situation, very much.
Okay.
Critical thinking.
We ain't there
That
yet.
TC is the answer.
That GC is always the answer.
All right. Is situational leadership theory based on how people respond to working and being led in a one-on-one situation where the environment has no impact, but the ability of the follower is critical to success?
False.
No.
Because it's not, it definitely is based on the environment. Right?
Yes.
Yes.
Somewhere between true and false.
It's Charles.
All right. So remember characteristics of adaptive leadership? Anybody know what they are?
There are a lot of them.
That TC.
Remember risk taker,
Willing, like the accepting of others
Open-minded.
or whatever.
Open-minded.
That's what it's called. Yeah.
open and curious,
Is that critical?
It's critical thinker.
critical thinker.
Learns from their own mistakes.
Okay. All right. So, if I the characteristic of leaders who have no enclosing or confining barriers and are accessible on all or nearly all sides, having a desire to learn or know more about many things and many people.
Open and curious.
Open and curious, right?
Question sounds familiar.
I got it? All right. The characteristic of a leader who is certain either that an idea or solution is correct or that a chosen course of action is the best or most effective.
Confident.
What's that? Not decisive.
Confident.
Confident. There you go. You're on the right track. The characteristic of a leader who is willing to engage in behaviors that have the potential to be harmful or dangerous if the risk is acceptable and it will accomplish the mission.
Risk taker.
Calculated.
Measuring.
Calculated risk taker.
All right. Adaptive leadership development actions include which of the following? Change what you know, develop thought habits, lead across different cultures,
C.
or all of the above.
D.
All of the above.
All of it.
I try not to apply that in my other classes because in my other classes.
What about on the
It's just an army thing.
On the Ranger Challenge
get
test,
multiple
I
choice
just put all the
questions
above.
on
I had no
science.
idea.
I haven't seen a multiple
Yeah,
choice
we
question
got
in like
first
3
place.
years now.
No idea. What's going
It's
on in that
always
test.
it's always a line of words and then just write
Alright,
equations.
so of the following terms, which is not a leadership style? Adaptive, transformational, transactional, or honesty?
Honesty.
Alright. Another scenario. Okay, my lieutenant wanted to know more about his weapon system, how to clean it. He gets assistance. What is he trying to hone? His tactical skill?
Technical
Good.
skills.
Technical skills, there you go. Alright, what are conceptual skills?
Big picture.
Okay?
It's it's the ability to think about ideas, not just.
Okay, there are abilities to work with ideas and concepts. Okay, this skill is key to creating visions and strategic plans. Is that yeah?
Mm-hmm.
This skill is more important at higher levels of management.
Conceptual.
So
They
where's
focus on- they focus on interacting with people such as with coaches, counselors, and people in sales. Is that right?
Not the
Not which one.
sales.
There you go. So it's which does not. The question is which one does not describe conceptual leadership. All right. Of the following terms, which is not a general skill that leaders possess? Technical skills, conceptual skills, human skills, or cultural skills.
cultural?
All right. Plank allows someone to support their arguments and evaluate others' arguments. What do we use? Okay, not critical thinking. Facts. What else?
Reasoning.
Logic.
Reasoning.
Logical thinking.
Logic.
Somebody else, somewhere.
Logic. Everybody got it? Reasoning is the drawing of inferences or conclusions from known or assumed facts. True or false?
True.
What? True?
False.
What is reasoning?
I don't like the word assume.
What is reasoning? Everybody got it? Am I good? I'm gonna read it again. Yeah.
Oh, what is reason?
Is it the drawing of inferences or conclusions from known or assumed facts? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Easy, right? All right. There's another scenario. Just know what reasoning is. Yeah. It's reasoning again. If you have another one, reasoning is reasoning. There you go. For deductive reasoning, arguments on the premise logically entail the conclusion and that the truth of the premise provides a guarantee of the truth of the conclusion. So is it true or false? Is that deductive reasoning? You said, yeah, so it's true, right? Alright. What are some of the elements of deductive reasoning? Is it theory, hypothesis, observation, confirmation, or all of the above?
All the above.
Alright, what is the understanding of others in a variety of different perspectives?
All the above.
Is it confidence? Is it knowledge? Is it unmitigated wisdom? Or is it
All of
empathy?
Empathy.
Empathy.
Critical
Unmitigated
thinking
wisdom.
is the
Sounds
ability
good,
to
though.
construct and defend an argument by reason using intellectual standards. Is that true or false? True.
True.
All of the above.
What about straight on?
Think about it.
Alright, here we go. Consider this argument. Pandas are black and white. Some movies are black and white.
Oh,
All movies
gosh.
are pandas.
Therefore, some movies which of the following forms of argument would this particular argument be classified?
Deductive.
A bad one.
Is it?
Deductive reasoning.
Is it circular, fallacy,
Yes.
well-reasoned, or irregular?
Fallacy.
Fallacy.
I miss Peggy.
Which below characterize the three types of critical thinkers? Uncritical persons, skilled manipulators, fair-minded critical persons, or all of the above.
All
All
the
of the
above.
Right. Remember the Army problem-solving process?
Oh no.
The 7
Some of the
steps.
Army problem-solving process.
Gather all the evidence.
Identify.
Yeah.
2 through 6, and then solve the problem.
So, develop criteria. Is that one?
Yes.
Okay, know what that means. Implement a decision.
Yes.
Is that one?
Yes.
Know what that means. Identify the problem.
Gotta do that.
Prepare possible solutions. All of the above. Know what it means. Analyze possible solutions.
You're not gonna do it.
You know what it means. So, they would describe here, pick them up. Alright, here we go. Continue. Generate possible solutions and gather information. Alright.
Develop criteria.
What's that?
Is that what it is? No, we have to know all of them. You said generate possible.
Solution and gather information.
Are we supposed to answer that? No, it's, you have to know what each of those are.
We
It's gonna
match.
give options.
So be matching. Alright, screening criteria to determine if a solution can resolve the issue includes which of the following? So feasible, adaptable, suitable, distinguishable, complete? Or feasible, acceptable, logical, distinguishable, or complete? Or feasible, acceptable, suitable, distinguishable, complete?
That one. Oh.
Yes.
Yes. Awesome. Distinguishable.
Alright, how many steps are in true grading procedures?
7.
Oh, by the way, the curriculum changed next semester.
What does that mean, sir?
Yay.
It's going back to tactics.
Yay. Out with anti-Peggy.
Tactical. Clean.
Alright, what are the 5 W's?
Who, what, when, where, why.
Are they, and where are they applied?
In the
Top orders.
Where?
in the
5
mission.
paragraphs.
Sergeant, yeah, the mission.
Alright, it's 9:30 in the morning. You receive a mission to conduct a squad attack no later than 18:30. What is the latest time that you will be able to issue a final op order to the unit in order to satisfy the 1/3, 2/3 rule?
Yeah, calculator.
Does it say how long the mission's gonna be?
9:30.
So 12:30?
It's 9:30, and you have to execute mission by 18:30.
12:30. Yeah.
Sometime after the chow.
So how much time do you have? Total.
11 hours.
How much time, Vader? How much time?
10, 11, 12, 13. You have 9 hours.
9 hours.
Alright.
We're gonna divide that by
So
3.
what's 1/3 of 9?
3.
So you have 3 hours to plan.
6:30.
So 3:30. Alright?
What?
12:30.
No.
12:30.
12:30.
Wait, what's happening at 12:30?
9:30.
1:30.
Planning.
So you said you have 3 hours. 9:30 you start. Alright. Alright.
Could we do this on the whiteboard?
Alright, so the next we're gonna talk about op orders. Alright, what are the paragraphs of the op order?
Situation, mission, execution, subset, and
including
Sergeant
remarks.
Major East, SC, Lester SC.
Commander's intent is
Situation, mission, execution, sustainment, and civilian situation.
that's part of the situation.
See,
Oh.
casualties.
Command signal.
Command. Lieutenant Command.
Temp Corps.
Command and signal. Command and signal. Alright. So where you find what contains 5 W's?
Mission.
What tells you about the class of supply?
Sustainment.
Commander's intent and end state.
Execution.
Disposition of the enemy and friendly forces.
Situation.
Locations of key leaders.
Command signal.
During operations. Radio frequencies. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna give y'all this one, because I know we didn't cover this in class. The plain folks, that's the answer, plain folks, propaganda techniques attempts to convince the audience that a prominent person and his her ideas of or of the people. Okay. Should be pretty simple anyway, but unwarranted extrapolation is making huge predictions about the future on the basis of a few small facts. We didn't cover that either. It's true. It's true. Okay? You see unwarranted but true. If I got it, I'm giving you a part. Alright. Varying levels of complexity slow the decision-making process due to multifaceted considerations that leaders, decision makers must consider. These varying levels of ethical situations include which of the following? Differences in ethical concepts, new ideas versus old ideas, ethical dilemmas, shades of gray, ethical choices, right versus wrong, only A and C or all of the above.
All the
All
above.
of the above.
I love Vinny's smile when she said that too. She just like all the above, and then like it's like corrections and something like responses.
So military leaders have to prepare to make ethical decisions on a daily basis. To prepare to make these choices, there are several key questions they should ask. They include all of the following. What is the potential benefit or harm? What are your personal motives? What are short-term consequences? Only A and B or all of the above?
All of the above.
Nope.
Only A and B.
For sure.
Only A and B. That's
Yes.
right. Alright.
Is it secret? Have only.
These are compromised, or but these are those components of moral and good human beings and transcend most cultural differences between civilized societies.
U.S. Army.
Is it morals, values, ethics?
All of the above.
None of them.
None.
Values.
So
Values.
It's not.
Values.
Transcendence.
Which of the following is a good method towards discerning whether you and others are truly doing the right thing? Intuition,
Did you tell your mom about it?
greatest good for the greatest number, care for others, duty for others, or all of the above?
All the above.
Paradox.
I think a good measure is whether
That
you
was
would
a
tell your
paradox.
parents
You
about
can
it.
always do the one English show joke. Check your uniform, see if you got little skulls on them. Then you might
So
be the
what?
bad guys.
It's all of the above, right? There you go. Everybody should get 100, right?
No.
Oh gosh.
Because good things don't happen, sir.
Oh jeez.
You're gonna fail everybody in this class. Out of
Just for
spite.
fun.
We know how it is.
Fun.
We all have to retake. MS2.